Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, wow. Spirit is chatty today, Capricorn. Okay. So we are crowned here with the Two of Wands. Doors are closing. You can actually feel like it slammed on you. So just be aware of this. Doors are closing. It's not going to be the trajectory that you thought it was going to be during this time. It's only 15 days, so don't get yourself worried. But it's not going to go in the way, exactly the way that you had thought. So being aware of this, know that when certain doors open, other, windows open, other opportunities will come your way. But there can be a little sense of, you had a plan and you're going to have to adjust. So just being aware of that is going to be an important thing. Yeah, with the 10 of swords, you're also coming out of like a prison. You're coming out of a place where you felt overwhelmed, where you felt like I can't move forward, where you've felt stabbed in the back. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is the 10 of swords is a card where the person is laying on the ground with 10 swords in their back. It's overkill. We can also be seeing something as bigger than it actually is. So stepping back a little bit is going to be important as well. But with the 10 of swords reversed, it's a release of negativity. It's a release, but it can also feel at times like you're free falling. So being aware of that is going to be super important. The 8 of Pentacles, funny enough for us Capricorn, are we going to feel like working? No, we're not, which is going to be, something where we're like, you will get out of bed, you will do this, but we might have to be stricter with ourselves when it comes to this. But also, what would serve us best is to be kinder to ourselves. We're going to say, okay, if I'm not going to want to do this, then I'm going to implement a super intense schedule and I'm going to make myself stick to it. That's going to seep the joy out of our lives. So don't do that to yourself because you're going to find that you will not flourish the way that you thought you would. With the 8 of Pentacles as well, we're not going to be as detail oriented. So have somebody check over, especially if you work and your work has to do with the details, especially if you're doing something and it's a little bit more fiddly. Okay, be mindful of this. You're not going to see all the details the way that you should. So being aware of that. Also, you're going to need to get outside. You're going to need to get outside because you can have a tendency during this time to be like, I'm just going to sit down, I'm just going to get this done, and it'll take you longer than you imagined it would. With the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Swords is the fact that you're not the same person that you were, but you are going to be facing battles and doubts and fears and chaos and hurts and pains that remind you of a once upon a time in your own life story. And this is going to be a time for us here, Capricorn, to be like, but I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person. So not seeing ourselves as, well, of course this will happen. This happened, once upon a time, to be kinder to ourselves, but also to stand in our own strength, hold our heads up high, shoulders back. It's like, no, I am me and I am worthy. It brings us then to the Death card. This is the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, and that's something that we're struggling with. Transformation, deeper insight. This is also Scorpio energy. Time frame is October 23rd to November 21st. You are working towards something that will come to a head during the Scorpio time period. But you have to remember during this time that the details are going to be important. Don't fixate on them, but just don't overlook them. You're going to need to find that balance. You're not the same person that you were. You're going to hit challenges, you're going to hit doubts, you're going to hit fears, and you're going to think, that's it, we're done, this is awful. I saw this before, but you weren't the leading character that you are now. So just being aware of this is going to be a powerful thing. Again, with the 10 of Wands, you can feel like you're falling. I will not be surprised if you sit there and say, like, why am I having so many dreams of me falling, falling and waking up? That's going to be very common during this time to have the sense of falling, and you'll have it played out in your dreams because you're being awakened with greater insight and greater knowledge. The 10 of Wands is you're carrying so much and you're letting it go, but you're going to let it go rather abruptly. And it's going to be like you were carrying this huge weight, you were lugging it, you were only seeing the dirt on your shoes. It was overbearing, it was overpowering, it was sucking out all the joy, all the prosperity. And then all of a sudden, it's like, no. And you let it go. Not fully, because you don't know exactly how you did it, but you let it go. You start to let it go. Things are going to move slow. The repeat of the number 8 also is telling us that we can get rather fixated on things and be a little bit too serious. So do be mindful of that. The repeat of the number 10 is that we're coming to a completion of a cycle, and that is going to be important. We then have the Queen of Pentacles reverse. That is us. We are looking at things and we are forgetting the sacred feminine aspect of it all. And we tend to, just in our society in general, we tend to think this is what success looks like. And it looks very, very masculine energy, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with masculine energy. I love masculine energy, but I also love feminine energy, and they balance each other. And we need to remember that in our world and within ourselves. The Queen of Pentacles nurtures. She mends her garden. She plants her seeds. She lets them grow. She's the nurturing, caring mother, provider, connector to the earth. The Queen of Pentacles also always makes me think of the statement, dress for success. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you are dressing so that you feel proud of yourself. All right? This is going to be a time where we can get really fixated and say, well, let me study everybody else, see how they succeed, see how they achieve, and I'll just copy that. Which makes sense, right? If it works for them, it should work for you. Your spirit is not the same as their spirit. What you bring to the table is quite different than what they bring to the table. So do be aware of this during this time. Show kindness and respect to yourself. Let yourself open up the doors for you and say, okay, this is where I need to be. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. If you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a flower in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So hit the bell notification so that you are notified when that video announcing the winner is uploaded. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is enchanted. It is time to live an enchanted life. It is time to find even the smallest of things enchanted, a fairy and a kitten. To find the beauty in life again, to see the little things that we overlook. We overlook the way the clouds, move over the sky. We overlook a beautiful sunrise. We overlook, the beautiful morning sun. We overlook everything. We're in such a rush. We have to get everything done. That the only thing we're robbing is our here and now. And it's time to claim back our here and now. It's not saying quit your job and join the circus unless that's your thing and that's what you want to do. But it is saying here, it is time to wake up to our power and to ourselves. It moves us then to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the inner child. It's very funny because when I picked this up, I don't know if you could see it, but it was the card on the bottom. And I thought, oh, that's so apropos. Too bad it's going to be shuffled. And then she shined right through. And the inner child is the heart chakra. Connect with your inner child. You already are connected. And that's why you're kind of struggling with things. That's why the past can seem so real right now, because we are connecting with our inner child. But let that inner child help to lead you forward. Embrace your heart. Embrace your passion. Embrace what you love. This is a time to walk hand in hand with who you once were and show kindness to that child. So often we look back and we say, oh, you should have been like this. You should have been like that. I didn't like you then. Start to love you now. Love you now. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Yeah, the Six of Cups. The past is coming through so powerfully. And we're going to be looking at it, but we're going to be looking at the past, and it's going to very much be impacting our present, but all the things that we didn't do right, or we think we didn't do right, all the ways that we could have improved, could have pushed, could have this, could have that. Stop it. The Six of Cups reversed is saying that we can live in a sea of regret. It's not going to get us anywhere. Doors have closed. And it's going to be a surprise. It's like, oh man, I thought it was supposed to be like that. But it's going to show you a path that you'll say, like, I would never have done this otherwise. I would have never have seen this if this door didn't close. So being mindful about this during this time. And also opportunities we're supposed to not go through. Like, you're going to have something here where you think, oh no, that's awful. And then you're going to look back at it later and be like, oh my gosh, that was the best thing that happened. I'm so glad I didn't walk down that path. With the 10 of Swords reversed, again, remember, free falling, a sense and a feeling like you're free falling. You're releasing so much negativity, hurt, pain, disappointment, stabs in the back, doubts, fears, feeling like you can't, even though you want to. I can't move forward that way, even though I want to. So being aware of this is going to be a very important thing. But you're going to find yourself looking around and being like, huh, I'm wiser now. I'm more prepared. I see things more intensely. The Eight of Pentacles, cut yourself some slack. If you can take longer weekends or you can take some days off, do so during this time just to give you time to regroup, to look at things differently. Have somebody look over the details of things, because you're going to find that you're not as detail oriented as you usually are, and you're usually like down to the mark, Capricorn. So even not being as detail oriented is going to be being very detail oriented. So just be aware of that. But know that you're going to feel at times like you get up and go, got up and went, did it. No, it's just that you need to kind of be kinder to yourself. Take it easy. You're not the same person that you once were. And that's not a bad thing. We can think, oh, that's a bad thing. No, it's not. There is a beauty to where you stand right now. And you're going to be facing battles that you have faced before. But you're coming to these battles a completely different person. And with the Death card, with the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, you are seeing yourself transformed. The weight is being lifted from your shoulders, whether you wanted it to be or not, whether you thought you were ready or you weren't. You're going to see that you start to embrace your passion, you start to embrace your voice, you start to say, this is what I want, but you start to look up. It's more than just the dirt on your shoes energy now. There is a greater expanse moving before you. Everything's going to feel like it's moving so slowly right now. So kind of understand that about this time. It's like, it feels like it could be moving backwards. And you're like, oh my gosh, please, please, please. With the Eight of Wands, know that it feels slow. But once you're out of this time period, once you come through this drudgery, no, it's not really a drudgery, but it feels like it at times. All of a sudden it picks up and time moves really fast. So cherish the fact that it feels like it's moving a bit slower, because it's a bit calmer. Take pride in yourself. Embrace the softer gifts in life, the gentler side of existence. Embrace nurturing others, yes, but nurturing you, planting the seeds of what you want. And instead of saying, okay, I've put you through this boot camp, now you should be ready for it, it's like, plant the seeds and know that they will take a season to grow. You plant an apple tree, it doesn't automatically bear fruit. It takes time. And respecting that within ourselves is going to be very important as well, because we're not respecting that. It's kind of like, if I put you on this accelerated course, you will achieve and succeed even more, and you will bear even more fruit. And that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes we can crack under that pressure, or, people give up on us because we didn't move as quickly as they wanted us to. Don't give up on you. Don't let other people's expectations, but expectations guided and driven by greed, dictate you. And make sure that you're looking at things and not just looking at the dollar signs, looking at the quality that you are putting forward for your life and for yourself. That's going to be a little bit tricky during this time. Our subconscious spirit message is adventure reverse. We don't want an adventure. We don't. We really don't. Yes, we can get bored and frustrated at work, but this is not the time to say, okay, well, I'm going to have this big adventure. We want things to be slower, gentler, and kinder during this time. Our subconscious chakra message is meditate. Our crown chakra, embracing our heart and our mind together with our crown chakra, is going to be just so important. Take time to meditate, because it's the first thing we let go of. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of pettiness that isn't our pettiness. The sense of, I'm going to join in the fight. I'm going to, whether we're thinking, oh, I'm going to defend this person, or I'm going to defend this thing, or I'm going to, pick a side or say something, it's being drawn into somebody else's fight that isn't ours, and that is nonsense. So just be mindful about that. And it brings us then to the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is Spirit saying, hey, listen, I know you're looking this way. I'm going to change your direction. I'm going to change your point of view. And you're going to be seeing things so differently now. But you're kind of going to kick and scream as everything starts to change. And we can see that with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. There's this completion of a cycle. There's this change. There's this shift coming forward. And it takes us by surprise. Again, it's that free falling feeling. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony. Capricorn, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.